The original definition of parkour is moving from point A to point B as fast and efficiently as possible. It's very important to be fit for parkour. You know, although almost anybody can train parkour, it's important to be able to have a good amount of strength, you know, a good amount of conditioning of the body. So one of the important aspects of parkour is to make sure you exercise conditioning often. The better your conditioning is, the better your parkour movement will be. The origin of parkour, what's widely accepted is it was founded by David Bell, who used his influences and teaching from his father, who was in the French military. So in a way, it was a French military style of training, and over time it developed to what it is now. A practitioner of parkour is called a tresseur, and a female practitioner of parkour is called a tresseuse. An individual who can learn parkour based on where they first see it or who they hear it from. You know, usually people go about researching it, you know, Google search these specific websites, and then from websites they could get more information on it. And then from there, it's up to the individual how they want to go about training it, whether it be from parkour jams or on their own. Parkour can be very dangerous, you know. It just depends on the individual, how they train and what they're training on. But the more experience you have, the more you realize that you can and can't do. So generally what you see in the media and YouTube videos, you do see an absurd amount of dangerous maneuvers and stunts, but parkour isn't really all about that. It's all about training safely and wisely. Generally, any age is okay, though the younger it is, the more discipline the individual will need. Like most children, they just pick up what they see on YouTube and they go into advanced maneuvers, which is not really good for them, especially in the long run. So I will say the younger they are, the more instruction they need. So generally though, any age could pretty much practice parkour. Parkour is generally free to do anywhere. You wouldn't want to train on private property, but on public property it's okay. In order to understand the difference between parkour and free running, first off you have to understand what parkour is. Now parkour originally, the definition is moving from point A to point B as fast and efficiently as possible. In free running, it pretty much ignores that definition. In free running, it's all about creative movement, freedom of movement. So whereas a person is moving from point A to point B, a parkour practitioner is doing that, a free runner is just concerned about flipping off objects, you know, flipping over objects, and there's no sense of efficient movement when you're doing that. So I would say that's the major difference between parkour and free running. An individual can practice parkour almost anywhere. It just depends on how they want to train and what techniques they would like to work on. So yeah, depending on the individual and their sense of creativity and experience, they can practice however way and anywhere they want. Parkour is absolutely not only for guys. Although generally the parkour community consists of males, there can be female parkour practitioners. Recently, parkour competitions have been appearing. There's a different amounts. You have the Red Bull Art of Motion, you have Jump City, Seattle, which is also a recent parkour competition. So there's different competitions here and there. It just depends on who's sponsoring it and where it's held at. Finding information on parkour is as easy as a Google search. You know, Google search will usually lead to any parkour teams that's in your local community, and then from there it's up to you how far you want to take the information.